It's really gratifying. I think, you know, I am a big reader and I'm also a big film goer. And I think as a reader and as a film goer and as an author, you all want the same thing out of an adaptation of a book that you love, which is that you want that same experience. You want those characters, you want to see them alive, you want those feelings you had when reading the book. And I think that the movie does that. I think the movie gives you the emotional experience of the book. I think the characters feel very much like the characters from the book. And then there's, you know, the music and things like that, which the book can only do so much. This film is a musical. It's got the cello, it's got Adam's band, it's got Denny's band. All of that is just fantastic. So I personally was really proud of it as the author, but also just as somebody who likes to go to see movies. Like, this is the kind of movie I want to see. They just had it. I mean, and I'm so glad that they tested, you know, Chloe with different actors for chemistry, because no matter how good somebody is or cute or this or that, if they just don't have it, they don't have it. The minute you see their audition tape together, it's like they both light up. And that doesn't mean they're gonna go and like fall in love in real life. They didn't. But it's just that they really kind of got along. They goofed around on set. They had a really nice rapport, and they just had a great chemistry. So you really believe that love story. You believe they want to be together. And I just think that translates into just like, it's swoony to watch them. And when you watch them fight because life is taking them in different places, you really feel that anguish. It feels real. It brings you into the moment. There's not that kind of barrier of like, I am watching actors falling in love and now fighting. It's like you are invested in the characters. I didn't even realize I had made it its own character until people read the book after, like, wow, there's so much music. And I'm like, oh, wow, I really kind of name dropped a lot of bands. It's a little obnoxious there. And then I realized even the characters, the way they speak, it was a musical. Like, Mia describes things in musical terms, which is when you're in a character's head and they're a musician, you kind of do that. It was one of my favorite things about the film is the music, because there's only so much you can ever do on a page. And RJ is a music lover, and he understood this from so many different angles. And so seeing the music come alive, seeing, you know, just even from the opening scene where the family has like music on and they're getting ready to go to school, and Mia practicing her etudes and getting better as a cellist, and her beautiful Juilliard audition scene, and then Adam scene going from this grungy little club to bigger clubs to really a band on the rise. It all felt great. And the music, like when I saw some of those scenes shot, I couldn't get the songs out of my head. Like they were earworms. They just kept humming them, so I'm really excited for the soundtrack to come out. You know, I sat down with RJ sort of before we had kind of landed with a studio. We weren't sure where it was going, but we had Chloe at that point. We had the great script, and then I met RJ, and I just knew. Like, you just have those moments of just like deep intuition, and he was speaking about his vision for the film, and he understood it on so many different levels. He understood the characters and the teenagers and the falling in love and the familial relationships and the music and kind of the metaphysical spirituality of it as well. And at that moment, I knew it was going to get made, and I knew that he was going to make it beautifully. So it's a nice moment to kind of find somebody like that who you just kind of get that gut reaction. And there's a few things in life I love more than being right, and I was right.